Ayo, thank you for tuning in. My name is John Leary, and we are about to do 60 minutes of recovery yoga, focusing our attention on the body in order to recover the mind. So to get started here, you're just going to need an open space to work, a mat, maybe a towel. We'll get started on our backs. Go ahead and just get comfortable here. Extend your legs out long. You can tuck your shoulder blades in underneath you. Feel your chest perch up. Take one hand to your chest and one hand to your belly. You can keep your legs extended out long, toes falling out to the side. Or to get a hip stretch, you can bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees splay out to the side. Let your eyes fall shut. And just notice the way your body's feeling. Maybe you feel a little crooked. Or one specific part of your body's tight. Begin to bring your attention to your breath. And on your next inhale, breathe in through your nose and feel your belly expand up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, pull your belly button down towards your spine. Inhale, feel your belly expand, and now feel your chest rise. Exhale, chest down, belly button to spine. Inhale, belly rises, your chest lifts, and now feel your collarbone move up. Exhale, collarbone down, chest depresses, belly button to spine. Continue with this 3-part breath at your own pace. Notice if your mind begins to wander and you're no longer paying attention to your breath. Just come back to center and follow your next inhale. With each cycle of breath, trying to inhale a little deeper and exhale more completely. If at any point tonight your mind begins to wander and you notice that you're lost in thought, just come back to your breath. Begin to bring your attention back to center. You can extend your arms out to the side, Palms face up, arms go out and down at a 45-degree angle. Plant the soles of your feet down in near your glutes. Inhale here at center, and then exhale, windshield wipe your knees off to the left side of your mat. Feel the stretch across the outside of your right hip. To feel a deeper stretch, you can take your left foot and place it on top of your right quad. Take your gaze and rotate your head towards your right hand. Plant your left foot down. Inhale, knees back to center. And then exhale, windshield wipe knees to the right side. You can take your right foot and place it on top of your left quad. Feel the stretch across the outside of your left hip. Gaze goes towards your left hand. With each inhale, feeling your belly and chest expand, and each exhale, pulling your belly button back to spine. Right foot plants down. Inhale, back to center. Exhale here. Inhale, and on your next exhale, push down through your heels and lift your hips, bridge pose. Inhale down. Exhale, bridge. Inhale down. Exhale, bridge. Inhale down here. And bring your knees to chest. And slowly begin rocking forward and back. Build up some momentum. And eventually come up into a cross-legged position at the top of your mat so that you can transition into a tabletop position. You might need to readjust your position on your mat here. Eventually meeting with your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Tuck your belly button up towards your spine. Take the curve out of your low back. Feel the top of your head extend towards the front of your mat, long through your spine. On your next inhale, drop your belly down, pull your shoulders back, and take your chin up, gaze to the ceiling, cow pose. And then exhale, push the mat away as you round through your upper back and tuck your chin into your chest, cat. Inhale, belly down, shoulders back, chin up. Exhale, push the mat away to round and tuck your chin in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Continue to move with your own breath. Focus on keeping your hips directly over top of your knees throughout the movement. Eventually, come to meet back in a neutral tabletop position. Inhale here, and then exhale, slide your hands forward and let your forehead drop down to the mat. Puppy dog pose. Begin to feel the stretch in your upper back into the underarm area. Your hips stay directly over top of your knees. On each inhale, feel your upper back expand. And each exhale, try to sink a little closer to the mat. Inhale here, and then exhale, transition to child's pose. Drag your hands as you move your hips back towards your heels. Let your toes come together and spread your knees out wide towards the side of your mat. Forehead is still, touching down on the mat. Fingertips extend long out in front. With each inhale, feel your fingertips and hips move in opposite directions, trying to sink your hips back. Stretch in the upper back into the underarms. On your next inhale, spider walk your fingertips towards the left side of your mat. Begin to feel the stretch across your right side body. Pull your right hip back towards your right heel. Feel the stretch intensify. With each inhale, feel your right side body expand. Next inhale, spider walk your fingertips to center. And then exhale, spider walk your fingertips to the right side of your mat. Stretch across the left side body as you pull your left hip back towards your left heel. Continue to breathe here. With each inhale, you feel your left side body expand. Next inhale, spider walk fingertips to center. Plant your elbows down here, and then bring your hands into a prayer position at the crux of your neck. Elbows are planted out in front here. Maybe reposition them, walk them in towards your midline. Maybe inch them forward just slightly. And once your elbows are planted down, begin to pull your hips back towards your heels. Stretch in the tricep and upper back. Each exhale, sink your hips farther back. In time, extend your hands out long in front and begin to walk your hands in as you push your body up. Torso is sitting back over top of your heels. You can keep your legs out at an angle, or you can bring your knees in so that your legs are parallel. Wherever you are, tuck your belly button in towards your spine. Take the curve out of your low back. Inhale, shoulders up towards your ears, and then exhale, shoulders back and down your spine. Feel broad across your chest. Tuck your chin in towards your chest and feel the top of your head extend up towards the ceiling like you have a rope extending out of the top of your spine. Let your eyes fall shut. Tuck your chin down and find some neck rolls. Begin by rotating towards the right side. Right ear goes to right shoulder. So you slowly work your way towards the back and left ear over left shoulder. Back to center. Just move with your own breath here. I'll call a switch in rotation. Focus on keeping your shoulders pulled back and down. In time, go ahead and reverse directions. Eventually come back to meet in a neutral position. If your legs are uncomfortable here, you can always feel free to reposition yourself, finding a bit of a deeper stretch through the neck and into the upper traps. Go ahead and take your right hand and grab the top of your head. Gaze down towards your left pocket and pull your head towards your right shoulder. With your left hand, you can just leave it down at your side, or you can begin to extend your left hand out and down at a 45-degree angle. Feel the stretch across the left side of your neck into the left side of your upper back. And just remember to breathe. In time, let your head go, come back to center. Switching sides here. Take your left hand to the top of your head. Turn your chin down towards your right side and gaze at your right pocket. Head goes down towards the left shoulder. You can leave your right hand down at your side, or you can extend your right hand down and out at a 45-degree angle. Stretch on the right side of your neck into the right side of your upper back. Focus on pulling your right shoulder down and away from you. In time, let go of your head and come back to center. Transition to Hero's Pose here. Lean your weight forward and tuck your toes under. Your legs, your knees should be in close to each other so that your legs are nice and parallel. Once your toes are tucked under, you can begin to sink your hips back onto your heels, starting to feel the stretch through the bottom of your feet into your Achilles tendon. You can stay here with your hands on the ground, or you can put more weight into the stretch by lifting your torso up and sinking your weight back. If you've brought your torso up, inhale, shoulders up towards your ears, and exhale, shoulders back and down, broad across your chest. Wherever you are, tuck your chin in towards your chest. And come back to your breath. Begin to send your weight forward. Plant your hands down and come up into a plank position. Straight line from your ankles through your hips to your shoulders. And slowly begin to walk your feet towards the front of your mat. Try to keep your hands planted flat on the mat. Take a big bend in your knees here as you work your way up to a forward fold at the front of your mat. You can leave your hands extended down towards the mat, or you can grab for opposite elbows, finding a ragdoll position. Maybe swaying side to side. In time, meeting with your hands back down on the mat. Next, inhale, halfway lift. Hands come to shins, 90-degree bend at the waist. Pull your shoulders back and down your spine. Feel the top of your head extend forward. Weight is on your hamstrings here. Next, exhale, forward fold down. Plant your right hand down on the mat. And then inhale to straighten through your left leg. Bend in the right knee as you open up towards the left side of your mat. You can take your left hand to your left hip, or you can extend your left hand high up towards the ceiling, trying to stack your hand over top of your shoulder. Feel the stretch on the outside of your left hip. Try to rotate your gaze up towards the ceiling. On each inhale, Try to expand your chest a little bit more. And each exhale, pull your belly button to spine so that you can twist deeper. Inhale, expand. And then exhale, fold down to center. Left hand plants down. Next, inhale, bend through the left knee, straighten the right leg as you rotate open towards the right side of your mat. Right hand can come to right hip, or you can extend right hand high over top of your right shoulder. Try to rotate your gaze up towards the ceiling. Stretches across the outside of your right hip. Each inhale, feel your chest expand, and each exhale, pull your belly button in to twist deeper. Inhale, expand, and then exhale, forward fold to center. Inhale, halfway lift, 90-degree bend at the waist. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Contract your quads and flex your glutes as you circle your arms out, around, and up. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. Finding a mountain pose at the front of your mat. Bring the balls of your feet together. Your heels are slightly apart. Feet are parallel with the edges of your mat. Plant down through your big toe. Lift all the others and spread them wide before you place them down one by one. Ground through all four corners of your feet. Flex your quads and feel your legs rotate out. Pull your belly button into your spine. Curve comes out of your low back as you inhale. Circle your shoulders up to your ears, and then exhale, shoulders back and down. Palms face forward. Arms out and down at 45 degrees. Tuck your chin into your chest. Spine extends tall. Let your eyes close. And come back to your breath. On each inhale, feel your chest reach up and out. Each exhale, you pull belly button to spine. In time, let your eyes open. Next, inhale, circle your arms out, around, and up. And then exhale, swan dive down, flat back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down, forward fold. Plant both of your hands and then step your feet back into a plank position. Inhale, your shoulders forward, and then exhale, chaturanga down to meet your mat, releasing down. Next, inhale, baby cobra, pulling your back up, gazing up towards the sky. Maybe take the weight out of your fingertips. And then exhale down. Extend your arms long in front. Your arms go out at a 45-degree angle, and then spider tip your fingers so that your palms are off the ground. Finding some back bends here. Next, inhale, push down into your fingertips and lift your chest off the mat. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Release down to meet your mat. Arms are still out at a 45-degree angle here. We're going to rotate. Keep your feet approximately where they are throughout this movement. Now, on your next inhale, rotate your left palm towards the left side of the room. And then exhale, open your chest up towards the ceiling. Dropping your torso open. Your fingertips extend towards the top of your mat. Flex your left foot, toes come back towards your knee. And then rotate your toes down and your heel up. Feel the stretch across the outside of your left hip. Each inhale, you're extending your fingertips long. And each exhale, you're twisting deeper. Next inhale, rotate back to center. And exhale to release down. Inhale, rotate the right hand open to the right side, and then exhale, drop your chest open to the ceiling. Palms face up towards the ceiling. Flex your right foot, toes towards your knee. Rotate your toes down and your heel up. Stretch on the outside of your right hip. Each inhale, you extend your fingertips long, and each exhale, you twist deeper. Inhale, rotate back to center. And exhale to release down. Finding a pec stretch here, so you can bring your hands in to your sides. Take your left arm and position your left elbow so that it is directly out from your left shoulder. Find a 90-degree bend in the left elbow. Fingertips point towards the front of your mat. Plant your right hand down underneath your right shoulder. Next, inhale, reach your right leg up, and then exhale, bend your right knee and open up towards the right side of your mat. The objective here is to be sending your left shoulder down towards your mat. Stretch across the front of your left shoulder into the left pec. You can take your right hand and leave it planted on the mat, or you can wrap your right hand around your low back. Your right foot can just be hanging out behind you, or to get some muscle activation in your glutes, you can try to plant the sole of your right foot down flat and rotate your knee up towards the ceiling. Remember to breathe. Inhale, rotate back to center, and then exhale to release down. Switching sides here, take your right arm into a 90-degree position. Right elbow is straight out from the right shoulder. Right fingertips point towards the front of the room. Left hand plants under the left shoulder. Next inhale, lift your left leg up. And then exhale, bend your left knee and open up towards the left side of your mat. Driving your right shoulder down. Stretch across the front of your right shoulder into your right pec. Left hand can stay down on the mat, or you can wrap it around your low back. Your left foot can just hang out behind you, or you can plant your left foot down and try to rotate your knee up towards the ceiling. Next, inhale, rotate back to center, and then exhale down. Plant your hands underneath your shoulders here. Next, inhale, Cobra Pose. Extend through your arms, lifting your chest up, broad across your shoulders. Gaze goes up and back. Exhale down. Inhale, upward facing dog, extending through your arms. Contract your quads to lift your legs, broad across the shoulders. Chin is up and back. And then exhale, flip your toes under, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Begin to bend through one knee and then the other here. Make sure that your fingertips are spread wide, pushing down through your palms. The goal is to get your hips as high as possible and flatten out your back. You can take a nice knee bend here to help with that. It might help to bend your knees a little bit so you can walk your toes in and lift your hips higher. Slowly begin to walk your feet forward, coming to meet in a forward fold position at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale to circle. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale down. Frame both of your feet and step your left foot back. Finding a low lunge position here. 90-degree bend in the right knee. Inhale here, and then exhale, straighten through your right leg, finding a long lunge position. Beginning to feel a stretch in the right hamstring, maybe the right calf slightly. You can add a stretch to the left calf by bending your left knee and sinking that knee down towards the mat. If you notice that you're lost in thought, come back to your breath. Straighten through your back leg. Transition to reverse triangle. Drop your back foot down so that your foot's parallel with the back of your mat. And then inhale, cartwheel your hands up and back. Right hand extends up and tilts back, palm down towards the mat. Left hand can wrap around your low back. Right leg is straight. You can take your gaze up towards your right hand. Each inhale, lift high, and each exhale, tilt back, reaching through your fingertips. On your next exhale, bring your arms into a T position. Left foot still parallel with the back of your mat. Right leg is straight. Arms at a T. Inhale, right fingertips forward, and then exhale, triangle pose. Dropping your right arm down. Left arm extends high over top of your left shoulder, reaching up through the fingertips. There's a tendency here to collapse down on the right side. Try to lift your torso up and extend out towards your front foot. Your left hand can stay extended up, or you can take your left hand to left hip. Try to pull your right hip back as you rotate your left hip forward here. That'll give you more torque to open up your chest on each inhale. Next, inhale, swing your arms up, coming into a star position. Both feet point towards the side of your mat. Inhale, fingertips tall, and then exhale, wide-legged forward fold down. Right hand plants down. Inhale, left hand high. Wide-legged twist. Exhale to center. Left hand plants. Inhale, right hand high. Exhale down. Rotate through and turn towards the back of your mat over your left leg. Runner's lunge, 90-degree bend in the left knee. Inhale here, and then exhale, straighten through your left leg, finding the long lunge. Stretch in the left hamstring. You can bend the right knee and drop the right knee down towards the mat to find a stretch in your right calf. Transition to reverse triangle. Straighten through your right leg. Drop your back foot down so that it's parallel with the back of your mat, and then inhale to cartwheel your hands up and back. Left fingertips extend up on the inhale, and exhale to tilt back. Left palm faces down towards the mat. Gaze is up towards your top arm. Stretch from the left hip into the left tricep. On your next exhale, come into a position with your arms in a T. Left leg is straight, right foot's parallel with the back of your mat. Inhale, left fingertips forward, and then exhale down, triangle pose. Arms come to 12 and 6 o'clock. Right hand extends tall over your right shoulder. Maybe you bring your right hand down to your right hip. Paying attention to make sure you're not collapsing down on your left side, lifting your torso and extending out towards your left foot. Try to rotate your left hip back and your right hip forward to get more torque, to expand on each inhale and twist on each exhale. On your next inhale, come up into a star position. Feet point towards the side of your mat, and then exhale, wide-legged forward fold down. Bend into your knees here, and then walk your hands back underneath you, trying to pull your chest down towards the mat. The goal here is to pull your chest down and sink your hips low. Begin to feel the stretch in your low back, maybe your hips. Tuck your chin into your chest. Release through the back of your neck. Begin to walk your hands back underneath you as you straighten through your legs. Walk your hands back over towards your right foot, coming back into a runner's lunge, 90-degree bend in the right knee. Walk your right foot out to the right edge of your mat. Both of your hands are on the inside of your right foot. Lizard lunge. You can keep your left knee elevated here, or you can drop your left knee down and untuck your toe. You can stay high on your hands, or you can begin to come down onto your forearms. Wherever you are, you can tuck your chin down and release through your neck, feeling the stretch on the right leg, the right hip. Coming back to your breath. If your knee isn't already bent down, drop your left knee down. You can stay here in lizard lunge, or you can transition into a quad stretch. For the quad stretch, lift your torso up and bring your left hand to your right knee, and then reach your right hand back for your left foot, turning your gaze towards the back of your mat. Feeling a stretch in the left quad. Each inhale, try to lift your chest up so that on each exhale you can twist deeper. In time, you can release, bringing your hands back down onto the mat. Switching sides here. Take your right knee back into a tabletop position. And then bring your left foot forward, planting it on the outside of your left hand. You can keep your right knee down, or you can lift your right knee up, finding lizard lunge on the left side. You can stay high on your hands, or you can inhale and then exhale forward and down, coming onto your forearms. Wherever you are, tuck your chin down and release through your neck. You can stay here in lizard lunge or find the quad stretch. For the quad stretch, your right knee is down. Lift your torso up and bring your right hand to the left knee. Reach your left hand back and grab your right foot, opening up towards the left side of your mat, taking your gaze towards your back foot. Stretch in the right quad. Each inhale, you lift your chest high so that on each exhale, you can twist deeper. Eventually releasing the right foot down, coming back to center. Transition to pigeon pose. Heel toe your left foot across your mat so that you can drop your shin down across the front of your mat. Left knee goes towards the front left corner of your mat. Your left ankle is underneath your right hip. Right leg extends straight out behind you. Inhale, chest high, feel suspended on top of your hips. And then exhale, chest forward and down. You can come down onto your forearms. Let your head collapse down. Notice if your hips are shifted to one side or the other. Hips should be elevated. To deepen the stretch, try to pull the left hip back and rotate the right hip forward. In time, plant your hands down and inhale as you push your torso up. Exhale to fall off onto your left hip and swing your right leg long in front, switching sides here. Right shin goes across the front of your mat. Right knee goes to the front right corner. Right ankle's underneath the left hip. Left leg extends straight out behind you. Inhale, chest high, feel suspended over top of your hips. And then exhale, chest forward and down. Feel the stretch across your right hip. Come down onto your forearms and let your head rest. Feel if your hips are tilted to one side or the other. Try to pull your right hip back and rotate your left hip forward, bringing them even. In time, inhale, torso high, and then exhale down onto your right hip, swinging your legs long in front. Finding an inversion here, plow pose. Key point here is to keep your gaze straight up. On your next exhale, lay back onto your back and take your feet back over your head. You can bring your hands to your low back to help support you. You can bend your knees here or keep your legs straight. Maybe bending one knee and then the other. transition out. Plant your hands down and just slowly bring your feet back down to the mat. Finding final relaxation, extending your legs out long in front. Reposition yourself so that your shoulder blades are underneath you. Chest is perched up. Arms extend out to the side, palms up. Spread your feet nice and wide and let your toes fall off to the side. And then just release your breath, letting your eyes rest gently shut. Slowly bring sensation back to your fingertips and toes. Roll off to one side, finding a fetal position, hands tucked underneath your head. And at your own pace, come to meet up in a seated position at the front of your mat, eyes closed. Finding one final moment of silence together. Inhale, circle your arms out, around and up. And then exhale, hands to forehead, to mouth, and to heart center. Thank you for joining me tonight. Your presence here makes my day better, and I hope that this hour has improved your day. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you next time.